Hello, Jay. My name is Sean Everett. I am the website analysis expert at Zucor Marketing in San Antonio. Thank you so much for talking with Eric. He sent your website on to me for analysis, and that is what this video that you're watching now is, that analysis. Now, in the course of this video, I am going to show you how you are losing ground to these folks at FHIA Remodeling. They say they are the best remodelers in Daytona. I'm going to give you some tips that you can implement right away this afternoon if you want to. And I'm also going to give you some information about how to turn this around so that you get more of the online traffic that they seem to be taking. Now, the first thing I'm going to show you is that you have a good website. I mean, it's perhaps a little brief for today's needs, and this website is, 4 years old, as I recall. Let me look down here. Yeah, 2020. So you did this right in the midst of the pandemic, more or less, and that's when probably business was kind of booming anyway. And so, I mean, it's a great looking website. But it's a little brief on information, and you guys do great work. Look at that. That is just gorgeous. This is something easily remediated. Your website designer is sort of like the body shop. They make the car look nice. We are sort of like the mechanics, and we make it run better. And at the time, even in 2020, it might not have been very known about what I am going to talk to you about today. So another reason to do some updating. And you don't have to lose the design. If you like this design, that's something that is completely up to you. We're talking about adding some things inside of your website. Now, the first thing I'm going to show you is that I have a paid tool that I use. It's called Ahrefs. And what it is, it's a subscription service. It gives me all the numbers, the metrics of your site, how it's been performing over the last couple of months. Now, here, the next thing I do is a regular Google search, Daytona Beach, Florida home remodeling. And the reason that I do that is because Google is responsible for 96% of the traffic on the internet. That is a mind-boggling monopoly on something. But aside from that, it's sort of, they're the Google in the search engine world, and when the gorilla wants to dance, well, you dance. So most people don't know how Google works, however, and what I'm going to do today is show you how Google works, because you can't take advantage of something that you don't know how it works. And if you do know how it works, I'm sorry, I'm going to bore you with an explanation, but here we go. Now, I'm going to explain how Google works by explaining this results page, all right? Now, the first thing I need to tell you is that Google has an algorithm, and that algorithm determines the placement of absolutely everything on a Google web page. And it makes that determination by looking for 3 certain things that it wants to have on your website. Now, the first folks up here, as you can see, are what they call sponsored, which means that those folks paid to be up there. Same with these. Now, underneath that, we have what we call the map pack in my industry, because it's attached to that map. Now, here, these folks here did something that the folks down here did not do, and this is the very first thing that the Google algorithm wants you to do, is to become part of the Google family. Now, these folks filled out a Google business profile. Now, if you've already filled one out, and I'll just let you know that you did not do it very thoroughly, because these folks did it thoroughly, they did it precisely, and Google is a computer company after all, so that's kind of one of the things that they prize. Now, these 3 folks just filled in like what year they started their business, their opening and closing hours, there's some tick boxes to fill in, and it's, several like that. And now you could do that yourself, but it's probably best undertaken by somebody with some experience and expertise, because the goal would be to get up here near the top. And that is more desirable. Now, this is one area you can be in. The next area you can be in, and they're 2 separate areas, is down here in what we call the organic search results. The organic search results are called organic because you don't have to do anything other than have a web page to be here. All you have to do is have a web page that Google can find, and you can be in the Google search results. but where in those results is exactly what we're talking about. Now, the first several of these were lists, and these folks, which I'm going to exclude for reasons I'm not going to bore you with now, but these are a list. This is a list. So FHIA are the folks that I find first, essentially, under the map pack. Now, again, here is their website. I'm going to show you. Google wants content, and this is what I'm talking about for sort of being out of date. You have 586 words. I cut and pasted them from that website to, here we go, their website, a second word counter, and they have 926 words. Now, the number of words might not make any sense to you, because why does more words win? Well, it's the only way that Google can determine whether or not you're going to have enough information on your page to teach their search engine customers about whatever it was that they typed in that Google search box. The more words, the better, to be honest. Google wants a minimum of 1,500 words. Now, you're about a third of the way there. Won't be hard for you to get there by just adding some boxes. You have a lot of information here under the services area. This should be part of your homepage, in my estimation, because it really shows in a much more precise way what it is that you folks do, and having it over here on its own page does not serve you. But that being, that's just, my opinion. The aesthetics of your site are up to you. But I'm going to show you that all words are not the same at Google, even though these folks beat you in the word count. Here's where it comes down to it. Keywords. Keywords are words that Google expects you to have on your site because they're what differentiate you from, say, a plastic surgeon in Los Angeles and a home restoration folks in Daytona Beach. Now, you have one keyword, and keywords come from your industry, your website and your competitors' websites. They come from Google searches that bring up those websites, and they also come from the different communities that you work in. Now, you have one keyword, and your competitor has 2,800. Now, I'm going to show you what their keywords are, so you can get obviously, we're going to ignore anything that says FHIA, because that's just people searching for something that they already knew. I don't know what Mad City windows and baths are, but oh wow, there's a lot of FHIA. Florida home remodeling, Florida window replacement, FHA impact windows, and you can see Hialeah, Coral Springs, Melbourne. They all work in these communities also. That's where those start showing up. Now, bathroom makeover. And they have all of these different little phrases attached to various cities. So there's no reason that you can't do the same thing for whatever cities are near you, whatever communities, whatever neighborhoods people like to live in. If there's a nice neighborhood that is filled with rich folks, that they probably are proud to live there, give them that, the bathroom makeover, Highland Hills, whatever that community is called. I don't know. But these are some of the keywords that they use, and you can see their little key phrases, really. There are another 87 pages of these. So if they're good enough for them, they're certainly good enough for you. Now, here's the other thing I'm going to tell you about are backlinks. Backlinks is where your URL appears on somebody else's site. An example would be like Yelp. You have a profile there, and if you have claimed that profile, you can put your URL in the information there, and that will have a link back to your site. That's why they call it a backlink. Now, the important information there is in the referring domains. Now, you have 8 referring domains, and your competitor here has 281. Now, you might be wondering, why do I need to have a bunch of backlinks to my site? Well, this is, again, the only way that Google can figure out whether your site is popular enough to include. They figure that the more popular a site is, the more people are going to be referring to it, and those referrals mean that other people have been there or will go there, and if it's good enough for those people, then it's good enough for Google. So the more you have of those, the better. Now, I'm going to show you what their backlinks are. USA Today, wow, there's a bunch of them here. Now, this number here that I'm looking at is called the domain rating. That is the strength of a domain's backlink profile. Now, your backlink profile, for instance, is 0.8, and these folks had 92. This is a scale of 0 to 100. So, and that means that they have a lot of other sites that refer to them. For instance, this, they have 700,000 sites that refer to USA Today. Expertise.com, yellowpages.com, and you can see the numbers of the different referrals there are to those sites. Dun and Bradstreet, that's another one you can get on by filling out a profile. And you know, a lot of these you can get. Filling out a profile is part of the joy and the pain of doing that. I would rather, you know, watch a box of hair all day than do this stuff. But, you know, there are people that love doing it. I'm glad I'm on the analysis side of this anyway. Now, what this all comes down to is this. You had traffic last month of 1. That's up 1 from the month before. So that means you had 1 visitor every 30 days or so. And your competitor here had 3,000, meaning that they had 100 visitors every day. You know, I don't know what the ratio is, visitors to paying customers, you know, what that becomes. But whatever it is, 3,000 has a better shot at it than 1. So that's what we're talking about here, just mathematically, the certainty that these folks are going to get more oomph out of their website than you are. Now, I'm I'm going to do something really fast here. I'm going to look down in, we've already come this far down. I'm going to look for CJ Enterprises here amongst the results. And I want you to think about your own Google search behaviors. Like when you're Googling something, how far down do you go before you say to yourself, you know what, I have probably scrolled down far enough. I've seen some things that have caught my eye, so I'm just going to stop and look whatever I have from here on up, because the further down I go, the more iffy those results are going to become. And as you can see, I don't see your site here yet. I'm going to do something faster. I'm going to just look for CJ. CJ, well, you're listed in the This Old House website, but not your own site. And there's nothing else found with that. So that is not good, because there are 4 pages of Google search results before yours show up. So I'm just going to recap here. The first thing you need is fill out a Google business profile thoroughly. 2, more and better keywords. 3, more and better backlinks. And those are the things that you can implement today. Get them on your website, get it going, and they will have you searching higher on the Google rank results. Now, you can do those yourself, of course, but we do have some experience and expertise around that, and we would love to help you with it, obviously. Eric is going to be calling you back and getting your opinion about this video, Jay. So I hope that it wasn't too long, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for sticking with me and watching.